The following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network.
Now on, hits a single to right field. That will score. Jaroszewski and the Stars take the lead on the RBI single by Hansen to right field.
Well, fights to keep his shoulder up. And his pin.
2:20 remains in the game. 4th and 17. The Vikings capitalize early on a big one. What will the Squirrels do? Deep pass down the field. Cooper Johnson and Mason. What a fantastic catch by Cooper Johnson.
Dribble. Got Andrew down low. Iniger had it knocked free. Gets it back. Muscles his way in. Got it.
Let's turn things over to the broadcast booth. The pregame show starts now.
All right, welcome to Blue Eagle Field here in Barnesville. We're ready for this softball matchup between the Barnesville Trojans and the Lake Park Audubon Raiders. And we welcome you here. The Raiders 4-2 on the season. And about half the team is from the same family. More on that in just a little bit here. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with those starting lineups here in just a moment on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Barnesville Cenex is your one-stop shop in Barnesville for gas, snacks, beverages, and more, including fresh Sandy's Donuts each day of the week. Barnesville Cenex has the Caribou Coffee Kiosk open daily as well. Don't forget, you can pick up automobile supplies, and Barnesville Cenex is your hunting and fishing license headquarters. Barnesville Cenex. Call 218-354-2139 or stop in at 619 Front Street North in Barnesville. Barnesville Cenex wishes the Trojans the best of luck in today's game.
Game time is now only minutes away. Let's take a look at your starting lineups for this matchup.
All right, your starting lineups look like this. For the Barnesville Trojans, who'll be home on the field, they'll set up defensively first, but their batting lineup looks like this. It'll be batting 1, 2, and 3, left fielder Lexi Bonchis, shortstop Macy Pana, and starting pitcher Paige Brayton. And the middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6 is center fielder Kaylee Olson, first baseman Jada Bonchis, and catcher Lydia Brayton. And the bottom of the order at 7, 8, 9 is the designated hitter Lily Trowbridge, the second baseman Amelia Newell, and the third baseman Alexa Gregg. For the Lake Park Audubon Raiders, batting 1, 2, and 3 is your starting pitcher sophomore Megan Musloff with number 14. Third baseman freshman number 4 Flynn Matson. Left fielder number 13 is a senior Lydia Howe. The middle of the order at 4, 5, and 6 is first baseman Thea Matson, a senior. Center fielder Talon Nerdahl, a freshman. And shortstop number 1, Lillian Brandenberger, is batting 6. And then the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9, the right fielder Lillian Zarnes wearing number 7. Second baseman sophomore Paige Vanderplatz, number 20. And catcher number 2, Kenna Matson. So let's see here. Let's see if I can remember what the coach told me here. So Lainey Matson is out sick today, but Lainey Matson, along with Flynn Matson and Thea Matson, are sisters. And number 2, Kenna Matson, is a cousin of those first 3, and also happens to be the daughter of one of the 2 coaches for Lake Park Audubon, while Lydia Howe is the daughter of head coach Mark Howe, who's the head coach for Lake Park Audubon. And for the Barnesville Trojans, of course, head coach and athletic director Aaron Schindler leading the way here for Barnesville. So setting up defensively for Barnesville, it'll be Paige Brayton, who's in the circle pitching, and then Lydia Brayton catching, so Brayton to Brayton. And then Jada Bonchis at first, Amelia Newell at second, Macy Pana, the shortstop, Alexa Gregg at third. In right field, I have, let's see, who do I have in right field here? I forgot to write that one down. Oh, it's Brooklyn Coda. In center field, it's Kaylee Olson, and in left field is the freshman Lexi Bonchis. So that is how these 2 teams will line up defensively. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with that first pitch in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned. No, actually, we're going to keep it right here as that first batter is walking up to the plate right now, and we are underway here between the Raiders and the Trojans. First pitch comes across for ball one at 3:56 p.m. It's mostly cloudy and 61 degrees here in Barnesville. The leadoff batter is Megan Musloff, and Musloff grounded to third. Hard strike over to Bonches from Greg at first for the 5-3 ground out, and that's out number one. So 2 pitches for the first batter, and that'll bring up the second batter here in the lineup for the Raiders, and that is Flynn Matson, a freshman. Brayton will deliver, and another hard hit ball to third. Greg over to Bonches for another 5-3 ground out. So 3 pitches and 2 batters retired here, both on back-to-back 5-3 ground outs to third. And now Lydia Howe, the daughter of the coach for the Raiders, will step up to the plate to try and keep this inning going here. So Paige Broughton is throwing her 4th pitch, and it's the third batter. Brayton, excuse me, and it's a strike. And this one smoked out over to Macy Pana, and it's a 6-3 ground out. So a 5-3 ground out, a 5-3 ground out, and a 6-3 ground out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning here for Barnesville in the top of the first, and that will remain scoreless. Can't argue with that performance there from Paige Brayton in the circle. 4 pitches and retires 3 batters. Nicely done. Lexi Bonches, Macy Pana, and Paige Brayton will be your first 3 batters for Barnesville when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports.
Your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
All right, 4 pitches to retire 3 batters for the Raiders. And now, excuse me, got the hiccups. Now it'll be Barnesville due up to bat here. Lexi Bonches will lead it off. Megan Musloff will be the pitcher. She's a sophomore in the circle here for the Raiders. And then Kenna Matson, the freshman, is catching behind the plate. And the pitch hits the edge for a strike, 0-1. Thea Matson, a senior at first base. Paige Vanderplatz, a sophomore at second. Lillian Brandenberger, a junior at shortstop. And Flynn Matson, the freshman, at third. And this one will sneak by the third baseman and the shortstop into shallow left field. And it's good for a base hit and a runner on as Lexi Bonches will get the single. And we will head on over to Macy Pana now, who will step into the plate here. Batter's box for Barnesville. So Musloff with 2 pitches on the first batter, and now pitch number 3. Macy Pana, the sophomore, 6 for 10. Lifetime on Magnitude Sports. The pitch came across as a strike, and now Lexi Bonches steals second. And that puts a runner into scoring position here for Barnesville here at Blue Eagle Field in Barnesville. Cloudy sky, 60 degrees right now here at Blue Eagle Field. That pitch will come across for a strike as well, and it's 0-2 now here to Macy Pana. Paige Brayton, the junior, is on deck, and she'll bat next here. Still nobody out, no balls and 2 strikes, and that pitch is a little bit outside. It may have gotten away from Musloff, and it's 1-2. I know the coach for the Raiders sent some information on the watch link back home, so if you're cheering for the Raiders, we thank you for tuning into the broadcast and wish your team the best of luck. And what a grab there by Thea Matson for the out. So Pana will pop out to the first baseman, and that'll bring up Paige Brayton. And Brayton pops it straight up, and it will be nearly caught and dropped And now over to third, Lexi Bonchus goes to third. Yeah, I don't know if she tagged up or not. The umpire says that she was safe, so looks like Lexi Bonchus did wait just in the nick of time, as Paige Brayton will pop out to the pitcher who had to bobble it but made the catch. So Lexi Bonchus over to third via that. Now Kaylee Olson, the batter. And a ball here to Kaylee Olson, the senior. We'll go through. We haven't gone through the outfield yet here for the Raiders. We'll do that here after this pitch. And that's 2-0 here to Kaylee Olson. So Lydia Howe, a senior, is in left field. Lillian Zarnes is in right field. And Talon Nerdahl is a freshman in center field. Pitch is low for a ball. 3-0. So between baseball and softball this year on Magnitude Sports, we've called a grand total of 7 home runs, but none of them here at Blue Eagle Field, at least not yet. We'll see if somebody can hit one today or not, whether it's for the Trojans or if it's for the Raiders. And that'll be a 4-pitch walk for Kaylee Olson, and that will put 2 runners on base now, runners on the corners to be more specific, and bring up Jada Bonchus now. So Jada Bonchus, a senior this year for the Barnesville Trojans. She'll step into the batter's box to face pitch number 12 here from Muslov. And Muslov will send it in for a ball, and it's 1-0. And another ball for ball 2. So Barnesville has a run 60 feet away from scoring as the pitch comes up high for ball 3. And if she's not careful, she'll load the bases here on the next pitch. We'll see if she can toss a strike. On a 3-0 count, it's unlikely that a batter is going to swing unless the coach has some sort of trick up his sleeve that I'm unaware of. and she will deliver that strike in there just like we thought she would. If the batter not swinging, she'll take advantage of the free strike. And now strike 2 is going to be a little bit more difficult. We'll see if she can get it in there or not. Swing and a miss, and she does get it past Bonchus, and now it's a full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. 2 away, runners on first and third. It's Kaylee Olson on third, Kaylee Olson on first, Lexi Bonchus on third. And the payoff pitch, a little grounder out towards Matson. Matson will fire it over to Matson, and it's over Matson's head. That's Flynn Thea, if you're keeping track. And the throw home, and now runners getting caught here. And they're going to run down the runner between second and third, and that will, I think, prevent the run from scoring. Are they going to count that run? That's the question. They are going to count the run. So Bonchus will score. Kaylee Olson gets tagged out between second and third for the third out, and Bonchus reaches on a fielder's choice. As a result, we end the first inning of play. 1-0 your score in favor of the Barnesville Trojans, and we'll be back with that second inning here in just a moment on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned. Ratzo's Pool Hall. You can find them at 205 Front Street in Barnesville. When you head over to Ratzo's Pool Hall, expect cold beverages, tasty and crispy pizza, as well as a friendly staff. Search for Ratzo's Pool Hall on Facebook. Give the page a like and follow so you can keep up to date with all the daily specials, new menu additions, and dates of special events such as karaoke and musical artists. Don't forget, if the Barnesville Trojans are playing, you can watch the game at Ratzo's Pool Hall. They invite you to stop by after the game. 205 Front Street in Barnesville, Ratzo's Pool Hall. Just a fun little place in a small town.
Established in 1989, the charitable mission of the Barnesville Booster Club is to support local charities and organizations, especially those involving kids and youth. Learn more about the Barnesville Booster Club by following the Barnesville Booster Club Facebook page, where you can get more information on member drives, upcoming events, and more.
All right, welcome back. Thea Maxson, the senior, will lead things off for the Raiders here in the top of the second. And the pitch is a swing and a miss for strike 1 from junior pitcher Paige Brayton. We're 9 minutes into the ball game. Brayton retired 3 batters on 5 pitches in the previous inning. And now she has 2 pitches on 1 batter here, and it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count. They have 2 on the scoreboard now. So, okay, I must have missed a run on that previous inning there. We will adjust that. We'll give them a second run. And that one is hit out to right field for a base hit, and that'll be the first hit of the game here for the Raiders.
Hey, 3 here outfield, right? Now watch the hand. Lydia, listen. You're listening to us, Lydia. Here you go.
Talon Erdahl, a freshman, is the batter now, and she'll take the first pitch for ball number 1. Swing and a miss for a strike there, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. It's just one game today. We'll have plenty of sports action for you this entire week, all the way through Sunday, nonstop. And now the throw up to first. Tag is applied, but she's safe, and the pitch comes across as strike 3. Or is it strike 2, actually? 1 ball and 2 strikes. I was looking at the wrong player walking away from the bat. Now it's strike 3. And that is a strikeout here for Paige Brayton. Tommy's Express Car Wash strikeout tracker number 1 for the Trojans, as that batter will go down swinging. Brings up the junior, Lillian Brandenberger. And that one's outside for a ball. It's 1-0. And that one, I think she may have skimmed the ball with the bat a little bit there. Maybe nice and put it into the books as a fouled away pitch. Either way, it's a strike. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. And 1 runner on. Yeah, 1's across the board. A little grounder out towards Lexa Gregg. She'll fire it across the bunches for yet another 5-3 ground out. Thea Matson moves out to second. That brings Lilia Zarnes up to the plate. And the pitch, swing and a miss. It was a good pitch to swing at, too. She just couldn't quite make contact. And it's 0-1. That could have been an easy hit out into left center field had she made contact on that one. And strike 2. So the first one swinging, the second one looking, and now Paige Brayton will have 1 more pitch here to try and strike out Zarnes for her second strikeout of the day, and she gets it. And that's out number 2. Actually, that's out number 3, and that will take care of business here in the top of the second. They leave 1 stranded on base. And that says 3, but it shouldn't be. We're going to fix that. It is 2, I promise you. All right, it's fixed, and we'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned. Dean's Bulk Service C-Stores in Barnesville and Sabin are your stops for high-quality Arco gas and diesel fuels, plus a car wash in Barnesville. Don't forget to pick up your favorite snacks and beverages as well. Dean's Bulk Service is your preferred choice for your propane, fuel, diesel, exhaust fluid, and ISO-Clean certified lubricants for your home, farm, and business. Call them 1-800-548-2799 or visit dbsoil.com to see what they can do for you. All right, the first pitch of the bottom of the second will hit the outside edge for a strike. Once again, it's Megan Moosoff, pitching. 17 pitches to take care of Barnesville in the first inning. That was pitch 18. Here's pitch 19. And that one's high up for ball one. And it's 1-1 the count now here to Lydia Brayton. Lily Trowbridge, and Amelia Newell, batters 6, 7, and 8. Will be the batters we see this inning here for the Barnesville Trojans. Pitch number 20 here. Coming up. And that one will miss for a ball, and it's 2-1. Broadcast coverage brought to you today by Santana Concrete, Priority Real Estate Agent Josh Weechak, Maple River Grain and Agronomy, the Pitchfork, and Barnesville Senex, among others, bringing you coverage of Barnesville baseball and softball this year. Nice hit out into center field. That one's going to land for a base hit, and it's going to sneak by Nerdahl and all the way to the fence. And now she's going to head for third, and she might make it. And she slides in safely to third, and Lydia Brayton with a triple to center field. And this is Lily Trowbridge. I don't even have to look out there. I just know what her walk-up song is, and I know it's Lily Trowbridge. Once again, we thank you for tuning in, whether you're cheering on the Trojans or cheering on the Raiders. We wish your teams the best of luck in this broadcast today. 2-0 Barnesville in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Early swing there by Trowbridge for strike one. Still nobody out here in the bottom half of the second. Lydia Brayton with a strong running around the bases there on a triple to center. And a swing and a miss for strike two. She's standing on third right now as Trowbridge is facing an 0-2 count. Amelia Newell, the junior, is on deck here for Barnesville. And the 0-2 pitch. Will miss outside.
Battle now, protect.
Probably sent that out there on purpose to see if Trowbridge would chase after it. Not a bad pitch to make there if that was the case. 1-2 the count now. There's the windup. And she swings early and she strikes out. And that is strikeout number one from Megan Moosoff. And that will bring up Amelia Newell, the junior. Showing bunt, and she'll lay it right down in front of home plate. Up to first, it's on a hop, and it's not there. Amelia Newell will reach on an error. She would not have run out that throw had it come in, and now also Lydia Brayton will score from third, and that makes it 3-0 now in favor of Barnesville. So Newell reaches on an error. She collects an RBI on the play, and that error will be charged to the pitcher on the throw up to first. Brayton comes home on that same error, and it's now 3-0 with Alexa Gregg at the plate. That pitch will bounce into the dirt for ball one, and taking second is Amelia Newell. Tomorrow we debut the high school baseball portion of our schedule. We'll be over in Dilworth as the DGF Rebels will host the Holly Nuggets on Tuesday in a doubleheader. This one grounded right back out towards Moosoff, and she gets it over to first for the out. Newell advances to third, and that's one away, and that is a ground out here on a 1-3. And then after Tuesday on the DGF Holly doubleheader, we'll see the Holly Nuggets again on Thursday as they come to Reed Field here in Barnesville to take on the Trojans in a doubleheader. So if you're a Holly fan, we got a whole bunch of Holly coming up for you in the next 48 hours. Lexi Bonchis, as we return to the top of the order, 1-for-1, single to left field. Swings and misses there for strike one. And that one maybe a little early and fouls it away for strike two. So now we got two baseball doubleheaders featuring Holly, one against DGF, one against Barnesville on Tuesday and Thursday, and then we'll see the Barnesville lady softball team once again on Friday. They travel to Park Rapids. Magnitude will travel with them and have that road game against the Panthers. It's a 5 o'clock first pitch actually. Here on Magnitude Sports. I believe it's 5. We'll have to check our schedule here when the opportunity presents itself. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Whatever time it is, we'll be there. I can promise you that. 3-0 lead here for the Trojans. 19 minutes into the ball game. The pitch comes in a little bit low for a ball, and it's 2-2. Broadcast coverage also brought to you by Midwest Bank, Dean's Bulk Service, Ratzo's Pool Hall, Barnesville Booster Club, Willow Creek Insurance, Lee's Electric, Four Hill Farms, and Barnesville Drug and Hardware, along with Ball Green Construction and the Purple Goose. And this one hit out towards Lillian Brandenberger, and she will hesitate on where she wants to throw it to, and that'll be 4-0 now as the run will score. Lexi Bonchis will get the RBI. Going to the books as a infield hit. And Macy Pana is the batter now. Swing and a miss, says Musloff sent the pitch high and inside and jammed out Pana on that one, and it's 0-1. Coach Schindler informing Bonchis to run on the crack of the bat, and the crack of the bat will send it foul down the first base line, and it'll be strike 2. Bonchis will make her way back to first as we hit the 21-minute mark of the ball game. Mussolf with 35 pitches, 14 balls, and 21 strikes. Not a bad split for a sophomore pitcher here in a, you could call it a cruel sport for high school athletes, actually. But a fun sport nonetheless. Pitch into the backstop. Bonchis will take second on the pass ball, and that will bring us to a 1-2 strikes count with 2 away. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Got her. Struck her out. Goes down swinging. That is the second strikeout from Musloff. Play. Second inning of play, whatever you'd like to call it. 2 in each. It's a 4-0 lead for Barnesville here over the Lake Park Audubon Raiders, and we'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Call, text, email Jack, Rhonda, or Terry with questions and get a quote today. Lee's Electric in Barnesville proudly cheers on the Trojans this sports season. As a featured business on the Barnesville City website, Lee's Electric can help you with your electrical needs and projects, big or small. So when there's a blast to straightaway center field, a lightning quick touchdown pass, a supercharged ace serve, or that electric layup drive in the baseline, whenever you see an electric play in the game, think Lee's Electric. Let's go Trojans. All right, welcome back. 4-0 lead here for Barnesville after 2 complete. Two in the first, 2 in the second. And that pitch will miss outside for a ball. Paige Vanderplatz, a sophomore, is the batter here for the Raiders. 200 feet to right, to left, to center, to left center, to right center. It's all the same here in the 99% of the softball fields in North Dakota, Minnesota. I've only seen one softball field that has had a longer than 200-foot outfield, and it was like 205 to center and 195 to left, right. And I'm not sure of the. I didn't actually measure it with the measuring tape, but that's what the signs on the fence said at least. Two balls and 2 strikes here to Paige Vanderplatz. Kenna Matson is on deck. And we'll see Megan Mussolf in the batting lineup for this inning as well. That one fouled up. Now on a little bit high and out for ball 4. So runner on base now, and this is Kenna Matson. And Matson will send it to right field, but it drops foul for a strike. One ball and one strike to Kenna Matson. And there's strike two and a throw up to first, and the runner is safe. Remain 1 and 2. Ken Matson, Megan Musloff, and Flynn Matson are the next three batters if we can get that far into the lineup without 3 outs occurring. And this one pops straight up. It's a chance here for Brayton. Lydia Brayton makes the catch, and that is out number 1. So Kenna Matson pops out to the catcher. That brings up the pitcher, Megan Musloff. One away, and the first pitch to Musloff is in for a ball, 1-0. She's 0 for 1. She grounded out to third on one of the many 5-3 groundouts early on in this game. And that one's high and out. Flynn Matson, the batter on deck. Matson sisters, not only do the 4 of them, 3 sisters, 1 cousin, play softball, but they also play basketball, and they also play volleyball. And I made a joke that I should go call all of their games because I have to memorize far less names. But I'll keep that in mind when I see Lake Park on the schedule against either Barnesville or DGF or Perm or whatever other schools we might be broadcasting. I'll keep that in mind. I'll make that a priority matchup just so I can have an easy night. Hard hit ball right out towards Pana. Up to second, can't make the catch. And Vanderplatz is going to move into third. They will pump the brakes at third. Runners on the corners via an error. So Musloff will reach on the fielder's choice.
Hey, we're going back to page here, right?
And then
You know what we're doing here? Let's go.
Vanderplatz will advance to third on an error. And runners are on the corners as a result. Flynn Matson, freshman, swing and a miss. And a stolen base by Musloff will put 2 runners on. Or not 2 runners on, but 2 runners in scoring position. And the pitch comes across for strike 1. Here to Flynn Matson, the freshman, 0 for 1, with a ground out to third on her last trip to the plate. That one will miss for a ball, and it's even at 1-1. 32 pitches now for Paige Brayton, and pitch 33 is going deep to left field, and it'll land right in front of the fence. Scoring is Paige Vanderplatz. She will come in and score. Megan Musloff will come in and score. It's a 2-run RBI double to left field for Flynn Matson, and all of a sudden, the lead is cut in half. Nice strong hit there by Flynn Matson. And now coach's daughter, Lydia Howe, the senior, will step up to the plate. Grounded out to the shortstop, and now it looks like she'll do the same thing here. And that is indeed the case. Pano will look at second, then fire it over to Bonchis. And now back up to Bonchis, or to Newell at second, and Flynn Matson is safe. So Lydia Howe on back-to-back groundouts to short on her 2 trips to the plate so far. And Flynn Matson will stay put at second. We have 2 away now, and that brings up Thea Matson now. 1 for 1, single to right field last time she was at the plate. And this one's going to center field, but it's a line drive right out to Kaylee Olson for the 3rd out. They'll strand 1 on base, and that will take care of business here in the top of the 3rd. Paige Brayton, Kaylee Olson, Jada Bonchis, batters 3, 4, and 5 when we return after the break here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Two-run double hit to left field. And we have a ball game here in the bottom of the third. Megan Musloff, through 2 innings of play, has 37 pitches, 15 balls, and 22 strikes, according to my numbers. She'll toss pitch 38 here against Paige Brayton. And the pitch is in for a strike, 0-1. Brayton flying out to the pitcher. Will pop out back to the pitcher on her last time to the plate. 31 minutes into the broadcast now. And that one will miss outside for a ball and even up the count at 1-1. Broadcast coverage also brought to you by our friends at Barnesville Drug and Hardware, Ball Green Construction, Purple Goose, Santana Concrete, and Priority Real Estate agent Josh Wiechak. Here's the pitch, 1-1, and that's down the first base line and foul, and it's 1-2. Other sponsors include Barnesville Cenex, Midwest Bank, Dean's Bulk Service, Ratzell's Pool Hall, Barnesville Booster Club, Willow Creek Insurance, Lee's Electric, and Four Hill Farms. If you have a chance to patronize any or all of those businesses, we'd certainly appreciate it. They're making this all possible for you today. And that one will miss outside for a ball, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now here to Paige Brayton. Once again, she popped out to the pitcher last time she was at the plate. Nobody out, nobody on right now in a 4-2 ball game in favor of the Barnesville Trojans here, 32 minutes into it. And the 2-2 pitch is up high and in for a full count at 3-2. Kaylee Olson and Jada Bonchis will be the other 2 batters we see for sure this inning here for Barnesville. Full count with nobody out, and this one hit through the legs of Paige Vanderplatz into right field. That'll be a base hit for Paige Brayton. Kaylee Olson now the batter. So the 4th hit of the game here for Barnesville. 4 runs on 4 hits now. On 1 Lake Park Audubon error. Lake Park's left 2 on base. Barnesville 1 on base. This one popped up, and I think it's going to hit nothing. It's going to hit nothing. I thought it was going to hit the roof of our broadcast booth, but it did not. So the foul brings strike 1 onto the board. And the windup. And the pitch is low. It's going to be a pass ball. Brayton will take off for second, and she'll make it in. No problem. 1-1 the count here with Brayton on second base now. And that one's just a little low for ball 2. Two-1. That one comes up a little bit high, and it's 3-1. That one hit up high. Center field going back. Nerdall's tracking it. She makes the catch. Out number 1. Fly out to center for Kaylee Olson. And that'll bring up the next batter here for Barnesville. And that is Jada Bonchis. 0 for 1, reached on a fielder's choice. Back on a play where some runners got caught between bases. They ended up scoring 2 runs on that particular play. And this one's popped up. Could be a chance here for Flynn Matson. And she will make the catch. Out number 2. So Lydia Brayton now will step up to the plate. She'll face pitch number 50 from Megan Musloff. Once again, Megan's a sophomore for the Raiders. 2 away, 1 on, and a swing and a miss, strike 1. Brayton, she tripled all the way to the center field fence last time she was at the plate. And that one's popped up, and it finally, we have on game number 3, of magnitude from the brand new press box. We have the first fouled away pitch hit the roof of the press box. Took 2 games and 3 innings, 2.5 innings. One and 2 the count now here to Lydia Brayton. Once again, around the bases here for the Raiders, you got Megan Musloff catching, Kenna Matson catching, Thea Matson at second, Flynn Matson at third, and Lillian Brandenberger at shortstop, Paige Vanderplatz at second, Lillian Zarnes out in right field, Talon Nerdahl in center field, Lydia Howe in left field, and the pitch comes across for ball 2, and it's 2-2 now here with 2 away and a runner on second. And Brayton will see that pitch go up high. It'll be ball 3. Paige Brayton advances to third on that wild pitch. So now Barnesville is a run 60 feet away from making it a 5-2 game instead of a 4-2 game. But a big pitch here. A strike will end it. And that one's popped up. And can Matson make the catch? Kenna Matson will make the catch. And that is out number 3. That'll take care of business here in the third. They leave one stranded on base with the pop out. And that'll bring up Talon Nerdahl, Lillian Brandenberger, and Lillian Zarnes. The batters, 5, 6, and 7 for the Raiders. We're going to return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Barnesville Drug and Hardware is your local Health Mart Pharmacy and Hardware Hank store in Barnesville. Open weekdays 8:30 to 6 p.m. and Saturdays until noon. Stop in at 117 Front Street and get your family prepared for winter. All the essentials, shovels, sleds for the kids, furnace filters, boots, gloves, ice melt, and get free delivery when you purchase 10 or more bags. Don't forget, Barnesville Drug and Hardware is your Valspur Paint headquarters. Barnesville Drug and Hardware. Give them a like and follow on Facebook. Barnesville Drug and Hardware wishes the Trojans the best of luck this sports season.
You have options when it comes to purchasing your crop inputs. At Maple River Grain and Agronomy, it's our goal to provide our member owners with the best possible customer service from people that you know and trust who grew up around here and know what it takes to run a successful farming business year-round. The team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy can anticipate our customers' needs. They now serve the DGF and Barnesville communities, as well as Rothsay and Sabin, plus many other locations across North Dakota and Minnesota.
All right, welcome back. 4-2 ball game. It's been a good one so far here through 3 innings of play. The Raiders are up to bat now. Starting with Talon Nerdahl, the center fielder. She struck out swinging last time she was at the plate. We'll see if she can avoid that this time around. Pitch 36 for Paige Brayton to start off the top of the 4th, and it's a little high for ball 1. Lillian Brandenberger and Lillian Zarnes will be the batters that we see. It's batters 5, 6, and 7 in the lineup for LPA here in the top of the 4th. 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 pitch is high for 3-0. So now Brayton will have a chance here to toss a pitch to the other Brayton for a free strike, as Nerdahl will likely be instructed to not swing here. And she'll swing anyway, and it would have been a strike regardless. So, yeah, and you may have heard that from the head coach Howe on the third base line, that he even said that to Talon's, like, that was going to be a good pitch anyway. So no harm done on a swing and a miss on a 3-0 count on that pitch. That was going to be a strike anyway. And now we're at a full count at 3-2. 40 minutes into the game, and Brayton has tossed 40 pitches. Here's 41. That'll miss, and that will send Nerdahl to first base. On a walk, Lillian Brandenberger now 0 for 1, grounded out to third base. Batter 6 in the lineup here for the LPA Raiders. And now Brandenberger will square up, pull it back, throw up to second. Is a little bit off the mark. And Nerdahl will steal second, no problem. Pitch comes across for ball 1. Now it's popped straight up. Lydia Brayton made the catch. Lillian Zarn's the batter now. So one out, I should say. Runner on second is Talon Nerdahl. And that one's hit nicely to left, and it will go foul, and it'll drop for a strike. Had that stayed fair, it might have been a 2-horn home run. Just went a little early on the swing, and had she waited just a split second longer, that could have been right over the left field fence. One away, no balls and a strike. 41 minutes in, now we're even at 1-1 as the pitch comes outside for a ball. Once again, broadcast coverage brought to you by our friends at the Purple Goose. Ball Green Construction, Barnesville Drug and Hardware, Four Hill Farms, Lee's Electric, Willow Creek Insurance, and Barnesville Booster Club. And a hit into center field here, and that will push the runner over to third. And now they have runners on the corners here for the Raiders with one out, and that'll bring up the next batter. All right, so Talon Nerdahl on third, Lillian Zarns on first with the single to center, and Paige Vanderplatz now was walked last time she was at the plate. There's the first pitch to Vanderplatz, and it goes outside for a ball, and stealing second is Zarns. So a base hit here by Vanderplatz could potentially tie this game up. See if she can get it. Ooh, right back. I'll be honest, I flinched a little bit on that one. And if you just bought a brand new TV yesterday, you probably flinched yourself. Swing and a miss, and it's strike 2. So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Paige Vanderplatz.
Win it, Levin, let's go.
And heading up to shallow center, right where the grass meets the sand, and Amelia Newell will make the catch. Out number 2. Runners stay put on second and third, and it's Kenna Matson, the freshman. Matson popped right out to the catcher, and now scoop up by Pana over to first. 6-3 ground out. They'll strand 2 on base, and that ends the top of the 4th. So we go into the bottom of the 4th. It's batters 7, 8, 9, the bottom of the order. In the bottom of the 4th for Barnesville, Lily Trowbridge, Amelia Newell, and Alexa Gregg are the scheduled batters. We'll return with those batters right after this here on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned. Newell will set it up near side. Lexi Ballgreen tipped, and it's a kill for Ballgreen. That pulls the Barnesville Trojans within a point, and they get the serve back. Inquest works out of the shotgun again. He's looking deep, and he's got a man with a little bit of room. It bounces off the back of the neck of a Barnesville Trojan, and it's intercepted. Gannon Ballgreen will get the deflected pass.
The ball is intercepted on the deflection by number 6, Gannon Ballgreen.
All right, welcome back. Coach Howell for the LPA Raiders talking with the official right now. Talking about some potential changes coming up here for the Raiders on their next at bat. As I browse around here, let's see here. Still Megan pitching? Yes, it is. So as I browse around the bases, no changes defensively that I can determine at this point in time. Everybody's still in their same spots defensively here. Bottom of the order, 7-8-9. Lily Trowbridge will lead it off here. Face off against pitch number 56 from the sophomore pitcher for the Raiders. Once again, DGF Rebels and the Holly Nuggets in a baseball doubleheader from Marshall Field in Dilworth tomorrow here on Magnitude Sports. 4 p.m. first pitch for that one. Then we'll take Wednesday off and come back Thursday and see the Holly Nuggets again over at Reed Field, just about a 5-minute drive down the road here from Blue Eagle Field, taking on the Barnesville Trojans in a baseball doubleheader.
Hey, get a really good one now.
And it's 2-0 now here to Lily Trowbridge. And then Friday, the Barnesville Trojan softball team travels to Park Rapids to take on the Panthers, and Magnitude Sports will be there to bring you that broadcast. We might have another game on Friday too, but still not 100% sure on that one yet. 3-0 to Lily Trowbridge. Saturday's a big day for us. More on that after the 3-0 pitch. That one's up high, and Trowbridge will walk on 4 pitches, and that'll bring up Amelia Newell. So Saturday we'll have a doubleheader in Fargo. The Fargo Post 400 Astros take on the Lisbon Broncos. The Fargo Post 400 Stars travel down to Aberdeen, South Dakota to play Aberdeen in a doubleheader. And then Saturday night, we have the debut of Dakota Fusion Season 3. And a nice snag there by Brandenburger. And we'll call that, and they'll get the lead runner out at second. So Newell reaches on a fielder's choice. There's an out on the board. 6-4 on the force out at second. And Alexa Gregg, the batter. And swing and a miss, strike one. So Saturday night is the debut of the Dakota Fusion. They take on Med City. 7 o'clock kick from Jim Gata Stadium in Moorhead. And then Sunday, we'll have MPFL youth football for you here on Magnitude Sports. We had to cancel the Friday-Saturday portion of that due to some rain yesterday that rescheduled some of our other games and sent a game that was supposed to be played in Fargo down to Aberdeen, South Dakota. So that really screwed a lot of that stuff up. That's your typical spring, though. Another force out on the lead runner at second, and another fielder's choice for Alexa Gray. So once again, another 6-4 on the force out at second. That's 2 away. And Lexi Bonchis is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Takes the first pitch low for a ball. Alexa Gregg thought about stealing, but she will not. This one hit to left field. Tracking is Lydia Howe. She makes the catch. And that retires Barnesville in the 4th. They leave one stranded on base. And it will be the Raiders exchanging their gloves for the bats. We're going to return after this here on Magnitude Sports. Are you looking to buy or sell your home? Maybe you need a summer getaway. Contact Josh Wiechek, your local hometown licensed real estate agent with Priority Real Estate in Barnesville. Josh will assist you in finding a new home for you and your family. Whether it's a pre-existing home or a lot available to build your own dream home, call or text Josh today, 218-790-2477. Priority Real Estate, wishing the Trojans the best of luck in today's game.
Santana Concrete LLC in Barnesville comes highly recommended from their customers. But don't take our word for it, take theirs. Dan states that the team is
polite, friendly, and efficient.
Lee tells us that
quality work for a fair price is hard to find.
Here's Mike from Post 400 Baseball.
Santana Concrete did a wonderful job laying the concrete foundation for our new press box.
And Jasmine shares
they do amazing work.
Check them out by searching Santana Concrete LLC on Facebook or call 218-790-6560.
All right, the first pitch finds the gap in left center field. It's Megan Musloff with a base hit. And she's going to go to second, and she's in on a double. Nice job there by the sophomore for the Raiders to lead things off here in the top of the fifth with her team trailing by 2. It's 4-2 here. And now Flynn Matson will try and keep this thing going here for the Raiders. We'll see Lydia Howe pending a change descending, as there was rumored to potentially be some changes. We'll see if they make those changes or not. Swing and a miss, strike 1. So both teams with 4 hits now in this game. And this one fouled off to the right side of the batter's box for strike 2. And a grounder towards third. She'll look at second, fire it over to first, and that is out. Number 1. So Alexa Gregg making a really great play as she looks Megan Musloff down at second and then fires it over to first for the out. And now the batter is Lydia Howe, 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts, both of them to the shortstop. 1-0 the count and the pitch. A miss, 1-1. It'd be a shame if Megan Musloff would get stranded on second after that big hit to start the inning. And that one will be chased down into left foul territory and land for strike 2. We've tried many positions to try and get that pole out of the way of third base. I haven't quite figured it out yet, though, to be honest with you. That'll be a drop third strike. She'll be thrown out on a 2-3, and that's out number 2. And Musloff stays at second. Thea Matson, the batter now for Lake Park Audubon. One ball, no strikes to Thea Matson. This game was recently added. It was not on our broadcast schedule originally, but I'm glad it was added because we had to cancel 3 other games due to no electricity being here with the recent construction of the new press box behind home plate here. So we've made 2 of those 3 games up now. And we'll have the 3rd game made up this Friday when the Trojans travel to Park Rapids. We'll have that road game for the Lady Trojan softball team for you here on Magnitude Sports. So make sure you circle the calendar for that one and be sure to tune in and tell your friends, just in case they can't make the trip to Park Rapids. 2-2 the count now here to Thea Matson. Two out and a diving stop by Alexa Gregg and throws it over to first. And after that huge hit by Megan Musloff to get to second to start the inning, after that it was a 1-2-3 inning on the 2, 3, and 4 batters. And that will take care of business here in the top of the 5th. So we go to the home half of the 5th now. And Barnesville will come out to bat when we return after this here on the Magnitude Sports Network. Stay tuned. The Purple Goose Eatery and Drinkery, located at 310 Front Street South in Barnesville, open every day from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week. Burgers, salad, pizzas, sandwiches, they got you covered. Daily specials on all food and beverage items on the menu as well. They're located, once again, 310 South Front Street, Barnesville, 2 blocks from Barnesville Senior High School. Order online, purplegoose2go.com, or text your order to 218-321-1963.
Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Call, text, email Jack, Rhonda, or Terry with questions and get a quote today. All right, welcome back. Live here on Magnitude Sports at Blue Eagle Field in Barnesville. It's 4-2 in favor of the Trojans over the Lake Park Audubon Raiders. And that drops as a fair ball. Macy Pana drops one right on the line in left field. She will go into third on a stand-up triple. And they're going to send her back to second. So we'll take that triple out of the books. It'll go into the books as a double to left field instead of a triple. As I overheard the referee say something, but I couldn't quite make out what it was. But there was some reason why she wasn't allowed the advancement to third. That one will sneak by Vanderplast into right field. And now rounding third is Macy Pana. And she scores, and it's 5-2. That turns into an RBI single for Paige Brayton. She put on the cruise and got into home plate. So pair hits in this inning already. And I think that last pitch was a ball. I was looking down in a way, I missed it. According to the scoreboard in the outfield, it's a ball. So 1-0, the count, as the sun starts to peek out now here at Blue Eagle Field. That one popped up, and that one will drop in shallow right. Paige Brayton moves into second on the single by Kaylee Olson. And now Jada Bonchis will be the batter. And the pitch, Bonchis will bunt it. Nice bunt down the third base line, and everybody's safe, and the bases are loaded. She couldn't have placed that bunt down the third base side any more perfect than she did. It was placed just perfectly where neither the third base catcher or the pitcher could get to it, which allowed Paige Brayton to move to third. Kaylee Olson up to second, and Bonchis on with a bunt single. And now Lydia Brayton, 1 for 2 with a triple to center and a fly out. I believe it was a pop out to the catcher, if I remember correctly. Pitch is a little bit low for a ball. It's 1-0 here to Lydia Brayton, a sophomore, 1 for 2, triple and a fly out. First time the bases have been loaded for either team, and it comes at the 59-minute mark of the ball game. 5-2 in favor of Barnesville, and Barnesville with nobody out, threatening for more. And a little grounder. Mooslop back home for the force out. They got the lead runner. Bases remain loaded, 1 out. Lydia Brayton will reach on a fielder's choice. And that'll bring up Lily Trowbridge. 0 for 1, strikeout, swinging, and a walk last time she was at the plate. And that pitch is up high, and Trowbridge able to check her swing, and it's ball 1. And that's ball 2. Nice take there by Trowbridge. The last 6 pitches that Lily Trowbridge has seen have all been balls. She's walked on 4 pitches last time she was at the plate. And that's ball 3. So now 7 in a row have been balls to Lily Trowbridge. On deck is Amelia Newell. Okay, 3-0. Inside, and that is a bases loaded walk. Kaylee Olson will come in to score. Jada Bonchis moves up to third. Lydia Brayton up to second. Lily Trowbridge on first. And now Amelia Newell is the batter. And they will have a courtesy runner for Trowbridge on first. And that will be Brooklyn Coda. So Brooklyn Coda will take over the running responsibilities on first base. And once again, it's Lydia Brayton on second, Jada Bonchis on third. In a 6-2 ball game here after a bases loaded walk. And the batter now is Amelia Newell. And Newell will see the first pitch go low for a ball, 1-0. 1 out, bases loaded. And that one's up high. Coming in is Jada Bonchis at the plate. She's out. So it's out number 2. That takes the runner off first as Jada Bonchis is out at home. Lydia Brayton to third, Brooklyn Coda to second, no runner on first. And Amelia Newell with 2 balls, no strikes, hit to right field. Brayton will come in to score, rounding third is Coda, and she will score. 2 more runs score, and it's 8-2 now. On a 2-run RBI single by Amelia Newell. And now Alexa Gregg is the batter. And a strike is called there on Gregg. 0-1. 0 for 2 is Gregg, the freshman. Grounded out to the pitcher, reached on a fielder's choice on the most recent trip to the plate. And the 0-1. Ball 2 now. 2-1 here to Alexa Gregg.
Find a way. Find a way. Back of the bat, Nia.
And 3-1. And now Newell will take off for second on that pitch. That goes into the backstop. And makes it 3 balls and 1 strike here to Alexa Gregg. Now time is called, and now the official will allow Musloff to pitch. According to my numbers, this is pitch number 82. And that one is ball 4. So now runners on first and second. 2 away, Lexi Bonchis is the scheduled batter. And it will indeed be Lexi. Two for 3, a pair of singles and a fly out to left. That one's a little bit low. And the runners will advance on another ball, and it's 1-0 to Lexi Bonchis. So base hit could really expand the lead here for Barnesville. We'll see if Muslov can get a strike across the plate here. And just missed the inside edge. Bummer. 2-0. That was so close to being a strike on the inside edge, too. 2 balls and no strikes now. And this one hit well left field, going back, and it is going to hop right into the fence. Both runs will score, and it'll be a 2-run double to left center for Lexi Bonches. That makes the score 10-2 now here in favor of the Barnesville Trojans in the bottom of the 5th. And the Raiders would love to get out of this inning and get back to the bats. Nearly got hit by a pitch there. Macy Pana is the batter, 1 for 3. Popped out to the first baseman, then struck out swinging, then hit a double that just landed right on the line down the third base side in left field. That one will miss outside, and it's ball 2 now. 1 hour and 7 minutes time of the game so far. Here in the bottom of the 5th with 2 away. And most of these runs for Barnesville have come with 2 outs on the board. Here's a chopper right towards third. Picked up by the shortstop, and there's nobody covering third. She hesitated on the throw to first. And that's going to be a base hit because it's not really an error on her when there's nobody at the base to cover third. So runners on the corners now. And now the runner will steal second. And you have Macy Pana on second, Lexi Bonches on third. And it's 1 ball, no strike to Paige Brayton, who's 2 for 3 with a flyout, single and a single. Nice hit, and it will be run out. Safe at first. It's an infield hit that scores a run. And it puts runners on the corners. One ball, no strike now here. It's Kaylee Olson, the batter. On fouled right back. One. Now it's 2-1. 2 away, Jada Bonches is the batter on deck if Kaylee Olson can reach base. 11-2 here, 2 away in the bottom of the 5th in the pitch, and it is a little bit low for ball 3. I have Megan Musoff down for 94 pitches. This one will be 95 coming up here. And the 3-1 is delivered up high for ball 4. And now load the bases once again here for Barnesville. So to reset, 1 hour and 10 minutes into the game, you got Macy Pana on third, Paige Brayton on second, and Kaylee Olson on first. And Jada Bonches is the batter. And a strike is called. 0-1. Nice pitch there by Muslov. And that one's a little bit high, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike now. I want to say hi to Jim, tuning into the softball game today. Certainly appreciate you tuning in, Jim. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. If you're just tuning in, Barnesville took a 2-0 lead in the bottom of the first. They tacked on 2 more to take a 4-0 lead after 2 innings complete. Lake Park Audubon had 2 in the top of the third to cut the lead in half at 4-2. And it's been all Barnesville since then. And a pop out here to Flynn Matson to finally end the inning. And they strand 3 on base as we end the 5th inning of play. Coming up here for the Lake Park Audubon Raiders, it's Talon Nerdahl, the freshman, Lillian Brandenberger, the junior, and Lillian Zarnes. Batters 5, 6, and 7. As we go to the top of the 6th, 11-2 our score here, and back in just a moment on Magnitude Sports. Stay tuned.
Barnesville Cenex is your one-stop shop in Barnesville for gas, snacks, beverages, and more, including fresh Sandy's Donuts each day of the week. Barnesville Cenex has the Caribou Coffee Kiosk open daily as well. Don't forget, you can pick up automobile supplies, and Barnesville Cenex is your hunting and fishing license headquarters. Barnesville Cenex. Call 218-354-2139 or stop in at 619 Front Street North in Barnesville. Barnesville Cenex wishes the Trojans the best of luck in today's game.
All right, welcome back. We're here in the top of the 6th. The Trojans put 7 runs across the plate in the bottom of the 5th. It was 4-2 after 3, 4-2 after 4, 4-2 after 4.5, and now it's 11-2 after 5. And it'll be Talon Nerdahl, the current batter, who will face 2 balls, no strikes. Pitcher Paige Brayton now with pitch 65. That one's low for ball 3. So actually that was pitch 66. I was behind by 1 pitch on my counter here. 1 hour and 13 minutes into the game. So we'll see a full 7 innings regardless. That one hit up high. Brooklyn Coda is not, they couldn't quite get there in time. They'll drop for a base hit. And a runner's on. That's Talon Nerdahl with the single to right. Lillian Brandenberger, a junior, 0 for 2. Ground out to third, pop out to the catcher. This one fouled away. Strike 1. Swing and a miss for a strike. And sliding into second is Nerdahl. She'll get the stolen base. So once again, our upcoming schedule tomorrow, a baseball doubleheader for you between the DGF Rebels and the Hawley Nuggets. First pitch at 4 o'clock Central Time, and that'll be a strikeout. The third of the day for Brayton, and now she'll face Lillian Zarnes with pitch 71. On 70 pitches, 23 balls and 47 strikes, make that 48 strikes as she tosses strike 1 today. So after tomorrow's doubleheader between Holly and the DGF Rebels, then we'll see the Holly Nuggets again on Thursday in a baseball doubleheader when they travel to Reed Field here in Barnesville to take on the Trojans. Reed Field, I'm going to say it's about a 4-minute drive straight down the road here from Blue Eagle Field. And then we'll see the Barnesville softball team again. That's a hit out into left field on Friday. Rounding third is Nerdahl, and she will score. And it is 11-3. Toss back up to third, safe. It'll be an RBI double for Zarnes. And then she'll advance to third on the extra effort. So 11-3, and they'll see if LPA, how many of those 7 runs they give up, they can get back. It was a really good game up until that 7-run bottom of the 5th. Barnesville appears to be in control, but we'll see what the Raiders have to offer. Swing and a miss there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Paige Vanderplatz, a sophomore, is the batter. So Friday we'll have softball for you here as the Barnesville Trojans will travel to Park Rapids to take on the Panthers. That'll be the first ever softball broadcast on Magnitude from Park Rapids. So I'm looking forward to that one. And a little grounder right back to the pitcher. She'll look back home, out at home. It's a double play. Let's see, it goes 1-3-2 on the double play, and that ends the top of the 6th. So as a result, they strand nobody on base. Vanderplatz grounds into a 1-3-2 double play. And it's Lydia Brayton, Lily Trowbridge, and Amelia Newell, batters 6, 7, and 8. Pitch 100 for Mooslauf if she stays in the circle when we return after this here on Magnitude Sports. Matter of fact, we're just going to keep it here, actually. Let's go ahead and take a look at our upcoming schedule here and get you a visual look of where you can find that at, which is on our website at magnitudesn.com. Of course, all of our social media links can be found on our website as well. So today's softball game will just be the one game, and then we have the doubleheader between Holly and DGF on Tuesday, the doubleheader between Holly and Barnesville on Thursday, with both of those doubleheaders starting at 4 o'clock on their respective days. 4 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock if you're in the Eastern time zone. And then Park Rapids and Barnesville on Friday at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock Eastern. Because I know we have somebody watching from the Eastern time zone. That's why I'm throwing that in. And then a big day on Saturday. It's not showing there. There's actually 2 more games on Saturday. We'll have the Fargo Post 500 Astros taking on Lisbon. 12 noon and 2:30 are the times for that doubleheader. The Stars were supposed to play Aberdeen and Fargo. Now they're traveling to Aberdeen, and the 1 and 3:30 games are pending as we're still looking for some staff to do that game, as the guy who was going to do it has some Fargo Forest hockey that may or may not interfere depending on how the playoff series goes. And then we debut Dakota Fusion Soccer for you on Saturday night at 7 o'clock when they take on Med City at Jim Gotta Stadium in Moorhead. I'll have the play-by-play on that one. Chris will be helping me out with the camera. And then Sunday we'll have MPFL Youth Football for you from St. Cloud, Minnesota. And we go now to the bottom of the 6th. As you may have heard, the first pitch there to Lydia Brayton came across for ball 1. That one's hit to right field. And it'll drop for a base hit. And then she's on for a single. So 51 balls and 49 strikes on 100 pitches, and now 50 strikes on that base hit out into right field for Brayton. We're 1 hour and 20 minutes into the game and pitch 102 here for Mooslauf. And it's a swing and a miss for strike 1, and the batter is Keelan Fitzpatrick, taking over for Trowbridge in the 7th spot here in the lineup. And the pitch will miss outside for a ball, and it is 1-1. One ball, one strike. And she'll tip it foul for strike number 2. Jim says he'll hopefully be here for the baseball doubleheader, and I hope you're there for it too, Jim. 1 ball, 2 strikes, pop straight up, and that will hit the roof of our press box, maybe? No, it did not. It missed it. Fitzpatrick put enough lift on that to make sure there's no damage to the brand spanking new press box behind home plate. It remains 1-2. That one, a rise ball that rises just a little bit too high. And it's 2-2. And Muslov at 106 pitches now. This is 107 coming up here. It's not uncommon for a softball pitcher to get to the century mark. I think some of the higher numbers I've seen for softball pitchers are in the 120s. 125 to 129, right in that area. And this one batted down by Muslov. She picks it up, but the runner will make base. And it would initially have been a hit had she not grabbed it on the second attempt. The second attempt is what makes it an error. So Fitzpatrick reaches base on an error charged to the pitcher. And that puts 2 runners on. And the new batter now is, let's see, Amelia Newell is no longer. It'll be Kimberly Olsen, a senior, stepping into the number 8 spot in place of Amelia Newell. So Kimberly Olsen, the batter. She's 1-for-1 lifetime on Magnitude Sports. And now she might be 2 for 2. She likely would have run that out had they thrown it over to first. So it's going to go in the books as a base hit. Alexa Gregg is the batter. Lydia Brayton on third, Keelan Fitzpatrick on second, Kimberly Olsen on first. Your runners on for Barnesville. And the base is loaded with nobody out, and the pitch comes across for a ball. It's 1-0. Alexa Gregg is 0 for 2. Grounded out on a 1-3 back to the pitcher, reached base on a fielder's choice, and then she was walked last time she was at the plate. 1 ball, no strike. Inside and high for ball 2. Megan Muslov now at 110 pitches. And the 2-0. Hit. Diving catch there by Lillian Brandenberger for out number 1, and the runners will stay put. So it's a line drive out for Alexa Gregg to Lillian Brandenberger. And that'll bring up Lexi Bonchus as the scheduled batter. And it does look like it'll be Lexi. She's standing right behind the pole there. And now she'll come in, and it will indeed be Lexi Bonchus. So Lexi Bonchus is 3 for 4. A single to left, an infield single, a fly out to left, and a double to left. And now a pitch low to the outside for ball 1. Here to Lexi Bonchus. So the bases remain loaded. Once again, it's Brayton on third, Fitzpatrick on second, and Olsen on first. 1 ball, no strike, and 1 out. And a hit ball towards third, and it's deflected off the glove of the third baseman. Run will score, and another error will be charged. So 1 more run would put the 10-run rule into effect. If Barnesville can score Fitzpatrick from third, the game will be over. And that is hit foul down the third baseline. Good for strike one. Macy Pana, I believe, number 12. Yes, no? Yes, it is. Yep. 2 for 4. Pop out to the second baseman, struck out swinging. Since then, a double down the third base line and a single into left field. Once again, Fitzpatrick on third is the winning run here for Barnesville. That one will come in a little bit low for a ball, and it's 1-1. So even a bases loaded walk here would end the game if we reach that point. We're at 1 hour, 27 minutes. Musloff has thrown 115 pitches, according to my numbers as of now. And that is a ball, and it's 2-1. So on 116 pitches, Musloff has tossed 58 balls and 58 strikes. 2-1 the count. And the pitch. And that's out for ball 3. And one more pitch like that will end the game. She's got to be careful here. She wants to keep her team in this one and head into the top of the 7th. Of course, they'd have a long ways to go here. And now Kenna Matson will take off her helmet, walk into the circle there. Teammates will join her, and we'll have this visit to the mound here for the Lake Park Audubon Raiders. Down 12-3. Once again, the bases are loaded. Keelan Fitzpatrick is on third. It's 3 balls and a strike. If the next pitch is a ball, that'll walk in Fitzpatrick, and the game will be over. So they're talking about how they're going to handle this here and try and throw a strike potentially. There's really no other options. You can't intentionally walk anybody or anything. You just have to throw a strike. And now we'll bring in the winning run, and that will do it. That is the ball game. 13-3 is your final score. Three runs on 6 hits on 1 Barnesville error. They leave 5 on base for the Raiders. The Trojans get 13 runs on 14 hits on 3 Lake Park Audubon Raiders errors, and they leave a total of 6 on base. And that is your final score. Congratulations to the Trojans. The Raiders now go to 4-3 on the season overall. And a great game up until, that 7 in the bottom of the 5th was a big one. It was a really good game up to that point here, and the Raiders played well. But their starting pitcher was sick today, and that may have played a role in the fact that they had a little depletion in their pitching availability here for this game. Luckily for the Raiders, it is a single game, so they don't have to worry about exhausting even more pitchers if you want to look at it that way. So the two teams will meet in the outfield. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's coming up next here on Magnitude Sports as we take a look at our upcoming schedule here. So this game is done, and then tomorrow we'll be at Bob Marshall Field. It'll be our first ever broadcast from Bob Marshall Field. I've never been there. I've driven by it a couple times, but it is a really nice field. I think that's going to be a fun game to do tomorrow. 4 p.m. first pitch as the Dilworth Glendon Felton Rebels host the Holly Nuggets in a doubleheader. Then the Holly Nuggets come to Barnesville on Thursday for another doubleheader. And then Park Rapids and Barnesville softball in Park Rapids on Friday. Saturday, the Post 400 Astros take on Lisbon. The Stars game in Aberdeen is pending, and Dakota Fusion take on Med City Saturday night. And then Sunday, it says pending there, but right before this game started, we were able to get it confirmed. We'll be in St. Cloud, Minnesota for some MPFL football action. That was supposed to be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday affair, but with the rain and rescheduling and everything, it turned into just a Sunday stay. So, hey, one day better than no days. We're working on the possibility of maybe getting somebody else to do the Friday, Saturday, but we'll see. And then DGF and Fargo South. So it'll be a Minnesota and North Dakota clash from Bob Marshall Field on Monday, May 15th. That should be an interesting one. We'll see how that one turns out. And then a big one on Tuesday of next week as the DGF Rebels host Barnesville in high school baseball in a doubleheader at Bob Marshall Field as well. And then another big one, DGF softball taking on Perham on Thursday, May 18th. So a lot of good matchups coming up here on Magnitude Sports here over the next week or so right here on Magnitude Sports. Your final score one more time. The Barnesville Trojans win it by the score of 13-3 over the Lake Park Audubon Raiders. Time of the game, 1 hour and 30 minutes. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll talk to you again soon. Tomorrow, baseball, DGF, Poly, doubleheader, 4 p.m. Talk to you then.
Broadcast was an exclusive presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Subscribe, click the bell, and visit magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.